Game number 2. 3X is up 1-0 on OHBOY. And so let's see what the teams are bringing. 3X looking to close out the series. OHBOY trying to send it to a game 3. Ledge Haru, Marceau, Ledge Haru, Minnow, Marseille, Petro, Kremlin, and Schlieffen. For the side of OHBOY, we've got Ledge Gearing, Daring. We got Minnow, Petro, Stalin, and Double Vermont. Now, Vermont, let me check something actually on those Vermonts before I talk about them. So Vermonts are going for accuracy and range. So the downside with the Vermonts with accuracy and range is the fact that you've got the slow reload. You don't have the ability to... You don't have the quicker reload, which means you've got to make every shot count. As we look at the strats and the schedule here for the strats, you can see very similar. I mean, Marseille versus Stalin, and then the only difference is the battleships. Now, the Schlieffen of Snackman can be really good if you can get him to position, but if the Vermonts can catch him, he'll have trouble. Double Haru versus Double Gearing, slight change there, and then the Daring versus Marceau. So we're going to watch and see how they're going to try to split this out. And so it looks like we're going to see a fairly even split for the side of OHBOY here. Daring Petro heading to B, Gearing Minnow heading to D, Vermont Stalingrad over towards D more, and then a Vermont over to A. Fairly similar split. Now the interesting thing is the Schlieffen. If they can get the Schlieffen in here, the Schlieffen's going to have some
actions taking their Des Moines out of
real nice control. And so, the nice thing about getting him into this position, you've got the shot line here, the shot line here. If the Stalingrad can spot him here, which I don't believe he will, maybe you get shots. But the problem is, once he's up there, the only way you're getting shots is if you get something well over. And so they'll see him coming. They know what's there. Problem is, how do you deal with it? Your Stalingrad already doesn't have a shot line. Like, no matter what he tries, you can just see that doesn't have the shot line. Vermont doesn't, and so the Schlieffen just slams forward. And then he can just area deny with the Hydro. And so shots across, they go through the gap, but they can't quite hit Panzo. Petro will counter there. The Petro has shorter Hydro than the Schlieffen. And so Schlieffen's just going to say, you're not taking a cap. If you try to take a cap, you're not. And so they get him up there, and it's a really beautiful play, because now Bado's in a problem spot. Now we're going to watch here. Here's going to be the contest between Daring Minnow and Haru Minnow. And Haru Minnow has an advantage here in that Haru Minnow has the longer smoke. They will spot him, and so the shots will come out. They're going to switch over for shots onto point. Looks like break a gun on Vile. Looks like fairly even trade so far. Yeah, about a 3K difference. Ooh, controller kill takes another big hit, and that will be the advantage they were looking for. Is he going to take a torp here? He does. Controller kill can't dodge the torp, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 21,000. He's healing, but that'll be a significant difference in health. And now the Stalingrad of Yolenti just starts to get farmed. And so what's happening right now is OHBOY's trying to calculate, because they had the plan, but the daring's getting denied by the Schlieffen for the moment, and the Marceau's now opening up on the Petro to just force him into pain. Shots on IKEA, though, takes about 20k off him. I'm surprised he's not spotted on that shot. I guess it's just past the island. Daring of Bado does take some damage. 30 seconds left on the Schlieffen Hydro. We'll see how much more gets put on Bado before he decides to go back. But, first cap, early advantage to the side of 3x. And so now Bado continues to get worked. He's had to pull out. I mean, the Hydra will run out here in a second. But still, it's bought so much time. And so now we'll see what they decide to do with the fact that the Schlieffen has no Hydro. And so you can see the push coming in here for OHBOY. I mean, they're moving up into A. 28 seconds left to cap. Health is actually in favor right now of the side of OHBOY. The problem is, though, that it's just being split. You see damage on Minnow, damage on Petro, damage on Marseille, damage on Marceau. It's not a, like, single ship. It's not a single ship. And you're going to see the Marceau. Is the Marceau going to actually try it here? Because this is going to be... Watch this. This is going to be very spicy. Now, shells start to go out into the fight over here. Kenny Mod down to 30k. D-United, though... D-United down to 4,000. He's got to get dark quick. Kenny Mod down to 14k, and this is actually a problem. This is a big problem for the side of 3x. If you lose Kenny Mod, and he's trying to go dark, he might take a torp here, though. Oh, the torps don't have the range. Does he manage to stay alive, though? They're trying to finish him. They have him at 1,700, but they don't get the finish yet. I don't think they're going to get the finish at this point. Man! That close, 1,700 health is all Kenny survives on. And so you see the challenge points where they're trying, OHBOY is trying to battle 3x, and they're giving, OHBOY, they're giving 3x a fight. But they need that pick, and they haven't managed to get that pick yet, and you've lost a lot of health. Minnow of Controller, 18,000 max. Minnow of Point, 41,000 max, and he's used the heal. Gearing over here, 1,800, 1,600 health. Marcelo Pello, though, is taking a little bit of damage here. It's not going to be anywhere near enough to make a difference. Kenny Mod spotted, though. Kenny Mod doesn't have radar. Balance department's going to open up here. Watch for the shots from Eternal Titan as well. They know that they want Kenny Mod. They know he used the heal. This is going to be very interesting here. And he's 33 seconds until next one. And remember, he can't heal more. Problem is, by turning to dodge, you're giving the Minnow the ability to get more shots on you. And so it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Vermont shells in here. They've got Kitty Mod at 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. 900. Are they going to get him? Kitty Mod gets the heal away. He's down again to 1,900. They've dropped him so low so many times. Where does he max out on heal-wise? And no, Gearing might die for this. He's trying to get the Gearing. He gets the Gearing out. How much damage does he take, though? He's down to 800. Could this last salvo do it? Last salvo is short. And oh no. Oh, they're so close. Kitty Mod literally driving himself to the edge of the map trying to not die here. 2 caps to 1 though for the side of Oh Boy. Daring of Bado takes damage. Yolente is getting burned down, and watch the Marseille push here. Marseille push around. This is going to put the Petro in a really rough position, especially considering he's facing the other way. How much can they get on faster motion? Faster motion moves forward. Bado takes about 4k. Minnow is all but dead. And so, 3x. Down health, but in a position of control points-wise right now. Watch this with the Marseille on the backside of the Petro. Oh, and Balance Department gets absolutely nuked by the Kremlin. He'll pop the heal. But they're going to try to get that Minnow into the smoke cover. Now, watch Marseille. Marseille does have a reload boost ready. He's backing up. Vermont coming forward. Marseille in a very dangerous position. Marcelo Pello also. Radar goes down. And Balance Department overextends, trying desperately to get a kill they need, but Schlieffen takes damage. This is just an all-out brawl at this point. Schlieffen does have a DCP, but his heal's almost done. They're trying to finish him off. And now the Vermont Reunited comes in. We knew Balance Department. Balance Department goes down, and look at the health. 2,800 and 6,000. It's a 10,000 health difference there. Petro should have those torps spotted. Vermont should finish Smackman right here. Shots in. Snackman doesn't go down, actually. That's a critical misstep. And the Vermont of Reunited comes forward. There goes faster motion. Oh boy, moving forward. They're Vermont. 15 seconds to heal. He's got the shots coming from a Kremlin, though. Does this finish? It's only 10,000 health. 9 seconds. Here comes the Vermont. He's got to get the guns turned, though. And then over here, the Petro spotted. He's still sitting. After that first initial salvo he took, he's just sitting. And does Oh Boy's walk make the difference? Watch these torps here. They get Snackman finally. Eternal Titan goes down, though. He had the heal up, but it's not enough to save him. And the Vermont of Reunited takes a singular torp. Shells in. It's going to hit for about 2k onto the Marceau. Marceau of Don't now on the run. 13,000. He is getting smacked well by the Daring. Daring runs out of space. Gets him down to 11,700. And so now, points lead, 140 in favor of 3x. 1 ship in advantage. Health virtually identical. Marceau down to 8,800, actually. There's another hit there. See if the Vermont goes for one more. But watch over here. It's this Kremlin Haru Minnow push. And the Minnow has to be very careful there. Panzo about to take Kremlin shots. He's going to take the shots in. Oh, 12,000, half his health. He's going to pop the heal and back up. Marceau going to go back on to Don't Flashbang. C is not going to be taken successfully here. Gearing is Radar. That'll force him out. Vile 9 down to 9,000. And honestly, it's been such 4,000 now for Vile. It's been really good fire from the side of Oh Boy. The problem is they just haven't been able to get the kill. They've got, like, look at this. Low, 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 low. And they haven't finished them. And that's making the difference right now. Minnow of point down to 18,000 max, though. So we'll continue to watch here. And this is gonna be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be interesting. Stalingrad out of heals as well. So, as we take a look at the game, B is locked for the moment. Petro's gonna get wormed by the Kremlin. Harugumo's in A, they can't do anything about that. Vermont should finally take C. And so, oh boy, saying, you know what? We're gonna take the challenge over here and try to win the fight at A. Or at D, pardon me. Pardon me, at D.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And so, reunited, we got 5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going down to the wire. This one is going down to the wire. Stalingrad getting focused. Vermont of reunited moving forward. Here come the shots from the minnow of Controller. Controller's going to start to whittle him down. How quick can they do the whittle down? Shots from the Stalingrad out onto Point. Point takes 7k. Point does have a heal left, but it's not going to be a lot of value. And now Stalingrad going to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Stalingrad goes down. He's at 100. They get the minnow of Point, though, with the Vermont. The Vermont of reunited shots kill off the minnow, so it's a trade. Just 80 points separating these teams. 4 minutes left. Panzo, 3,000. Looks like he's about to go down. He's down, ladies and gentlemen. Daring of Bato opens up. And Panzo doesn't go down if that minnow doesn't survive earlier. And that's what's really been the game of inches when we talked about it. Petro has to use a heal, or a DCP, has 1 heal left. Vermont turning around, heading back in towards C. 3.5 minutes left. And so as it moves forward, 10 seconds left on the cap take. That won't be enough, I believe, to take it back with 3 minutes, but we'll have to watch. This is going to be interesting then. Daring opens up. Marceau and Haru trying to finish him. Bato gets nuked by the Marceau. He does not get the Harugumo of Marcelo down. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, but the Vermont have reunited with the shot. And watch, he's coming around on this Kremlin now. Points lead slowly decreasing. Petro had to move into D. Gearing. Looking for the spot to try to let the minnow farm. And watch this Kremlin Vermont. A-cap is going to be contested here soon. Here come the shots out onto the Petro. Petro will get reset here in a second. Or he has to back up. Petro at 22,000. How much can they get off of him? Right now the shots are just hitting and ricocheting. It's 2 minutes left. Here comes the push from the Vermont of reunited. Kremlin charging through. Marceau goes into A. He will take A. That'll start to increase the lead again. Lead is just 100 points right now. And we're going down to the wire. Vermont does not get into the cap in time to stop it, and so that's a critical problem. He does not get into the cap in time to stop it, meaning that that cap now, he has to not only kill the Kremlin, he has to take that cap. And so the points lead continues to increase, and with just 80 seconds left, you can see the challenge. Petro, 1 heal left, saving it for the last minute. Minnow knowing that he can't be spotted. And the Vermont just chasing the Kremlin. But I think it's too late, ladies and gentlemen. I think 3X has this. I think 3X has this. Shots up the back of the Kremlin. 51,000. That's not enough. Petro down to 17,000. The minnow farming him. They need 2 kills in the next 40 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Do they have them? The problem is the minnow just not getting the damage. It's ricochet, 16,000. And you're going to see the gearing open up here in a second. And look at, you can just see all those shells ricocheting off in 14,000. 28 seconds. Vermont almost dead. They switch over to Silverblade and their one kill won't do it. One kill won't do it. They need two. Gearing opens up on the Petro. Kremlin back to 55. It's not going to happen. 14 seconds left. They just don't have the damage, ladies and gentlemen. They gave it everything they've got, but it will not be enough. And the side of 3X will take that final kill. They will win this series 2-0 to go to winners.